From real mustaches grown for months in the name of authenticity, to Kurt Russell secretly taking over as the film's uncredited director, here's 20 hidden secrets about Tombstone that even longtime fans never knew.
That's $500, Holmes. You in or out?
When the original director, Kevin Jarre, was fired, chaos hit. Now that's when Kurt Russell quietly stepped up and took control. Without taking official credit, he guided most of the shoot, shaping performances, pacing, and tone, while credited director George Cosmatos handled appearances. Russell's secret leadership is a big reason the movie turned out as strong as it did.
And background?
Action.
The script was being rewritten almost daily. Scenes were added, cut, or reworked while cameras were already rolling. Actors often received new pages hours before filming, leaving them scrambling to adapt. This constant rewriting created confusion, but also helped refine the film's tone into the sharp, fast-paced Western that we all know and love today.
To tame this town. They come here to get rich, just like we do, and every other boom.
At the same time Tombstone was being made, Kevin Costner was shooting Wyatt Earp, a rival film with a much bigger budget. The competition pushed Tombstone's team to move faster, polish dialogue, and make their version more action-driven. In the end, the underdog film outgunned its rival both critically and commercially.
I am rolling. Morgan?
Val Kilmer didn't just play Doc Holliday, he became him. On and off camera, Kilmer stayed in character, speaking with Doc's southern drawl and carrying the frail demeanor of a man dying from tuberculosis. His commitment made Holliday's charm and pain feel hauntingly real, cementing Kilmer's performance as one of the best in Western history.
Going into business for ourselves, Doc. Well, I just got us a faro game.
No fake hair here. Every main actor grew a real mustache for the film. Director Kevin Jarre initially insisted on it for authenticity, and the cast stuck with the idea even after he left. Those bold, perfectly groomed mustaches became part of Tombstone's iconic look, giving the movie a level of realism most Westerns lacked at the time. Behind the camera, tensions ran high. Constant rewrites, director swaps, and clashing egos created some serious friction among the cast and crew. At one point, production nearly halted entirely, yet somehow, that chaos translated into raw emotional energy on screen, giving Tombstone the intensity that made it legendary.
Tell him to get on his knees.
Filming in the scorching Arizona heat wasn't easy. The actors wore thick woolen 1800s-style costumes under the blazing sun, often shooting long days in over 100-degree weather. Many suffered from dehydration and exhaustion, but the commitment to period accuracy paid off. The film's look feels raw, dusty, and authentically Western. The crew constantly clashed over how true to history the film should be. Some wanted gritty realism, others wanted Hollywood flair. These debates led to last-minute script tweaks, blending fact with fiction, like adjusting gunfight timelines or character motives to keep the story historically grounded, yet also cinematic.
I said lay off the plane, you jackass. I swear I will slap somebody.
Several big roles were in flux before filming even started. Kurt Russell wasn't the first choice for Wyatt Earp, and a few other major parts had actors drop out right before production. These sudden changes forced the team to reshuffle quickly, but the final cast lineup turned out iconic, with chemistry that couldn't be faked. Sam Elliott, who played Virgil Earp, took his character seriously, maybe too seriously for some. He often pushed back on any dialogue or direction that felt out of character for Virgil. Elliott's insistence on realism helped keep the brotherly bond between the Earps believable and grounded in moral strength, even as chaos unfolded around him. Dana Delaney brought an unexpected fire to the role of Josephine Marcus, Wyatt Earp's love interest. Originally written as a softer background character, Delaney infused her with independence and wit, reshaping how women were portrayed in Westerns. Her performance gave the movie emotional balance.
Don't any of you have the guts to play for blood? I'm your huckleberry. That's just my game.
Some of Tombstone's most quoted lines, like Doc Holliday's "I'm your huckleberry," were nearly cut from the final version. Studio executives worried the dialogue sounded odd or too old-fashioned. Now luckily, the line stayed in, and they went on to define the film's swagger and unforgettable charm.
If you ever, my friend,
If you ever had even the slightest feeling for me, leave now. Leave now.
Doc Holliday's last words in real life were reportedly, "This is funny," spoken as he looked down at his bare feet on his deathbed. The movie subtly nods to this dark humor and defiant spirit throughout Kilmer's performance, a fitting tribute to a man who faced death with wit and irony. Early versions of the script painted Wyatt Earp as a morally gray anti-hero, more ruthless and conflicted than the version we saw. But as filming went on, producers pushed for a more heroic and crowd-pleasing tone. The darker scenes were scrapped, turning Earp into the stoic, justice-driven legend audiences loved. Composer Bruce Broughton had limited time to finish Tombstone's score, just weeks before the release. Despite the rush, his sweeping emotional soundtrack became one of the film's defining strengths, perfectly matching the epic gunfights and tense standoffs with cinematic power. Many of Tombstone's most dramatic moments weren't pure fiction. The infamous OK Corral shootout and several tense confrontations were based on real historical accounts, though slightly dramatized for pacing and emotion. This balance between fact and flair gave the movie its gritty realism while keeping audiences glued to the screen.
1879. The Civil War is over, and the resulting economic explosion spurs the Great Migration west.
Legendary actor Robert Mitchum was originally cast as Old Man Clinton, but suffered an injury before filming began. Rather than cut him out completely, the filmmakers had him narrate the movie instead. His gravelly voice added weight and authenticity, grounding the story with an old Western soul. The chaos on set pushed several cast members to the edge. Between the constant rewrites, leadership confusion, and grueling conditions, a few actors seriously considered quitting. But their loyalty to the story and faith in Kurt Russell's quiet leadership gave them the strength to keep going until the end. The Arizona desert gave Tombstone its striking visuals, but also tested everybody's endurance. Dust storms, heat waves, and limited resources made shooting a logistical nightmare. Equipment overheated, props broke, and tempers flared. Yet the harsh environment helped make every scene look authentically tough and weathered. Despite endless setbacks, Tombstone became a surprise hit. With a troubled production, modest budget, and little studio faith, few expected it to succeed. But word of mouth spread fast, turning it into a box office winner and a cult classic. Which secret surprised you the most? Drop it in the comments, hit that like button, and subscribe for more untold stories from Hollywood's greatest films.